and they have destroyed totally that country. And it causes millions of refugees to flee. And then we went to Iraq again. It goes into the central government of Britain, imperialist thinking, which was based on the lies, and the people will deceive that this country is going to be attacked, which turns out to be untrue. So here today we're standing, we're asking our politicians, it does not matter which party they represent, as long as they believe in the Scottish independence, and we appeal to them and they have a mandate from the people of this country. Because I remember that before the election we were told that if we get a mandate, we will push for a second referendum. And that's what the Scottish government, the SNP, has received, and they should, fulfill their promise to the people of this country, and they should not seek a permission from a coronavirus. The real coronavirus in this country are the Tories, because they are killing the pensioner, the poor, the working class, asylum seekers, refugees, the migrants. Just think a few years back, when the Windrush generation who lived here in this country for nearly 70 or 80 years, and they were deported, to the countries where they don't even live or they don't even have any attachment to these countries. The same with Afghanistan and Iraq, the war in Syria and Libya, in Sudan, in Somalia, and so many other countries where this imperialist power, Britain, led by London, is involved and creating a lot of problems. Just walk 20, 30 miles away from here where the nuclear weapons are stored in Scotland. The maintenance or the repair bill is, few hundred billion per year. I'm not an economist, but probably you know how to guess that the price of maintenance of nuclear weapons in this country where we don't need it. What we need in this country is to pour the help, the pensioner, the ordinary citizens of this country. Whenever we talk about independence, we are told it was once in a generation. Think about if you are having a cold or fever and you visit your GP and he is giving you some sort of medication and you don't feel good about it. The next time you go, your GP change his mind and give you another piece of medication where you get cured. So the same is with the Scottish independence. Maybe some people in this country, they did not decide that they wanted to vote for independence, but now the majority of this country, including the migrants in this country, they are voting for the Scottish independence. In 7 days' time, the European citizens here in this country, some of them might be deported and some of them might be allowed to live in this country. People who contributed to this country, including Scotland, who built their life here, their families here, and who have paid their taxes in this country, they have to fill up a piece of paper and apply for permission from London to live in this country. They do not need permission because they were allowed in this country. They were living in Scotland and they are citizens of this country. But again, as the previous speaker said, we always need to take permission from somewhere far away, 500 miles away. They do not know what's happening in this country. I give you a practical example. Just a few weeks ago, we have a protest in Glasgow, about the dawn raids, the illegal dawn raids that the Home Office carried out against 2 migrants or asylum seekers. And the unity, the people who came from all across of walks or all walks of life, and who defended their members in their community and defeated the Home Office and their bias and unjust policies. So my point is, it does not matter if you're Muslim, if you're Christian, if you're SNP or Alaba or Labour or whatever party you belong to. Whatever ideology you believe in, as long as you support the independence, we should give up on our differences, come together, work together to achieve our goal, and our goal is to achieve the independence for Scotland. I think every country and every citizens of the country, including Scotland, it's the people who decide. It's not our politician. It is the masses in this country who decide our future. It is our future generation who decide the future of this country. And if we don't stand to the imperialists in London, the thief and thugs in London, the warmongers in London, in other parts of the world, I think it will be too late. We will be guilty of committing a crime. And if we do not save our future generation, I think this will be a sin on all of us. So my appeal to everyone is, when you go home, please, encourage your politicians, your MSPs, MPs, local councillors, and the people who you know, that they need to come and join our movement. And the movement is the people movement. It's not, yes, we cannot do it without the SNP because they're majority in this country. And my appeal to Nicola, who is a friend of mine today, is that she needs to act on her promise, the promise that she made before the election, or before the Scottish election, that this is about time, that we should not wait for any further permission from the Tories or the British government in England. This is the time that we should announce a firm date, a date that the Scotland and the Scottish people will stand on that particular day and vote for the independence. So thank you very much. Keep the fight. Thank you.